League of Thrones. I'm back. When you think of Thanksgiving, you should think of Betty White. Why? Because I know you want to stuff me and eat me and cover me with your delicious gravy. Then you take a nap for a few hours before enjoying a late-night snack. And by late-night snack, I mean my ass.
The Throne Zone 2025 with Scott and Andy. The Throne Zone 2025 with Scott and Andy. The Throne Zone 2025 with Scott and Andy.
Welcome to week 12 of the Throne Zone 2025 League of Thrones wrap-up show, yada, yada, yada. It's Thanksgiving, Scott. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Andy, how are you?
I'm doing fine, I guess. I mean, I've been spending the last, 24 hours wrestling with ChatGPT over some of the images you'll be seeing in this episode, but I'm otherwise fine, quite medicated. And I'm ready to talk about the greatest fantasy football league in the world, but we don't have access to those guys, so I have to talk about our league.
Oh, I see what you did there. I do. I'm going to lift my kilt to you, my friend.
Well, Scott, that joke may have been a turkey, but I promise I won't be stuffing in too many puns.
Oh, well, it's got legs, so maybe it'll continue.
God, this is going to be a long show. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't we just immediately jump into it? Let's get to game number one.
Game number one.
The game number one had Jacob's Bad Guys over the San Dimas Wild Stallions, 162-96. Jacob goes to 8-4, tied for the best record in the league. San Dimas 7-5. I would have lost if I was at 100%. Bad Guys left 19 on the bench. They could have had 182, but didn't matter. Jacob was the high man, and I just want to say this. Jacob had a player, Jamar Gibbs, get 61.4 points. That's right, one player, 61.4 points. Jacob could have benched him, not replaced him, and he still would have beat me.
Wow. Yeah, he whooped your ass pretty good. I'm sorry for you, sir. But you know what you have to be thankful for? It's only the first time that you received the no mercy rule. You've given it out, but you've only received, this is only the first time you received it. So, good for you, sir. Good for you.
Pour some gravy on that, and I will be thankful for that. Yeah, I know I should have been the low man, but double trouble. God bless keeping them around this league. But yeah, it's a bad week for me and a great week for Jacob. Jacob, Jacob, make a little gay love, or whatever the hell that song was. He's getting hot at the right time. So.
Well, Jacob has to be thankful that he has got the high man 3 times in a row, 4 times overall, but it was his 3rd one in a row. He's on a hot streak, and his second highest score for the Bad Guys as well. He's got 3 no mercy rules. No mercy, Tony at 87, Brooks at 76, and you at 65. So you can be thankful that it's you were the lowest of the no mercy rules, I guess.
Look, an ass kicking is an ass kicking is an ass kicking. I think that was a Shakespeare quote. So there's not much I could have done, which was kind of nice, at least. As soon as the ass whipping began, I was like, I get my afternoon back. But yeah, congratulations to Jacob.
Yeah.
Again, the Bad Guys. Look out.
And you took your 3rd biggest burn of the week as well. So you've been getting burned a lot, which means you just have a wealth of talent on the bench. You don't know when to play these guys. So anyway, I do have one other thing to say, that out of the entire league, I went through and I checked out the rewards and the fines that each of us has gotten so far, and Jacob is the most rewarded. Actually, he's tied. But he's got 15 rewards this year so far. You've only got 12, so you're like, I think you're 3rd or 4th on the list. And but Jacob is also the most fined. He's got 12 fines. You are the 2nd most fined, Andy. You have 9 fines. So this was, for me, it was the 2 people who get fined the most, kind of battling it out and kind of adding to that. So there you go. There's some stats for you nerds out there. Some horrific stats for you to be thankful for.
Yeah, you nerds. Not like you and I are the biggest fucking number nerds in this whole group.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I got on that game. I mean, I got my ass beat. The bad guys are on fire. And yeah, as you said, I keep leaving players on the bench. I believe if you go back to even earlier episodes of the Throne Zone, I said that was going to be my problem all year. I had a decent amount of talent, but no true standout, so I was always going to be stuck with tough decisions. Yeah, it is what it is.
I don't know you whether you want that or not. I guess I'd rather have it than not, but still. It does have its price to pay at the end of the day.
Yep, and I paid that price. All right. I'm glad that we're both bombed and it's not even like, mid-afternoon.
I'm drinking Kilt Lifter like you wouldn't believe.
I've been churning out images and getting stoned all fucking morning. This is, of course, take 7. Scott and I have tried 6 unsuccessful times to record.
Hey, my Kilt Lifter are Arizona Cardinal brand, so I'm keeping it on brand with football at least. So there you go.
Well, I'm impressed that you are lifting your kilt. What's the joke? Oh, it looks like he won first prize.
I think Jacob may have lifted his kilt too, and I think we all saw it.
It's a Thanksgiving episode, Scott. This is for families. Although, if you have family, I'm telling you right now, if you're listening to this with your family for any reason, that's great. Welcome. Thanks for forcing your family to listen. But when we get to the Connor joke, get them the fuck out of the room. Push them if you have to. That's all I'm just saying. All right.
Hey, how about what's going on with game number 2?
Game number 2.
In our second game this week, the Maharaja beats the Electric Mayhem 158 to 142. A high-scoring affair for both guys. Maharaja goes up to 7-5. Electric Mayhem 4-8. Both were pretty close to 100%, and Brooks would have lost even if he'd hit 100%. Both were pretty much solid all around. Scott?
Well, Justin, I don't have much for you. I mean, these are guys, again, they're just playing their superstars on their, team, so they don't have the same decisions that you're having to make, so they're thankful for that, I guess. Justin has gotten 6 rewards this year and 7 fines, so he's kind of slugging out there in the middle, whereas Brooks has only gotten 4 rewards but 6 fines. So and he did pick up the very rarely do you see it handed off already award, where your quarterback throws 3 interceptions. Trevor Lawrence threw 3 interceptions, so. And I don't get this, because Trevor Lawrence threw 3 interceptions and he had 3 touchdowns and he got 21 points. And yet my quarterback always comes back to me. Didn't throw any interceptions, got 3 touchdowns and got like 22 points. We gotta figure that out, because interceptions aren't counting as badly as they should, I guess.
Well, I'm sure that they are, but maybe there was yardage involved? I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty new to the game.
He rushed for 29 yards, but he also got a fumble. So, it should have been at least a 5 or 6 point difference, but oh well. La-di-da, off-season woes. That's all we have to say about that.
Well, Scott, I'm sorry that Brooks's performance forced you to evaluate your own and you came out with a negative feeling. I'm
going to tell you, Andy, as the holiday approaches, or we're there already now, everything makes you reflect on your life choices. Everything is a reflection of that. Even so much as fantasy football. You question your choices in life, my friend.
Every single Sunday, I ask myself, why am I doing this to myself? Whether it's either the football team I follow in the Bears, or usually in fantasy when I go, I can't fucking believe I'm going to watch the rest of this game where Jamar Gibbs is going to put up a 60-point performance against me, but, I got to watch. No, you don't got to watch, Andy. So I'm with you, Scott. The holidays suck, and they make us question all of our decisions. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I hope your turkey is delicious.
I'm guessing, I don't know if Justin is with his other Croninger crew or not, but I'm guessing he is. But he could be thankful for that. Brooks, I do have one other stat for you. He picked up his first bad beat bonus. He got a $5 bonus, so that's his first legit reward. He's getting reward for videos along the way, but his first legit reward was the bad beat bonus he picked up this week for being 4th highest scorer. And yet he lost. That sucks. So I feel your pain, Brooks. I feel it. Feel it in my nutsack.
Well, Scott's feeling it in his nutsack. I don't know what else I can add to that. So, this is good. I should have. Usually I'm the one who's a little too inebriated for these things, but this is great. This is great. This just means
We
I get
can make
to,
it through.
edit a long-ass podcast until wee hours of the fucking morning. Yeah, all right. Again, both the bad guys and Maharaja are getting hot at the right time, and as you've heard me say in the past, it's the Maharaja's league. We're just living in it, and he's now looking like he's going to make the playoffs, and all we can do is sit back and try to guess what round of the playoffs will he fail in. Thank you. Microphone.
I agree.
All right, Scott, why don't we move on to game number 3?
Jesus.
Game number 3.
Scott, before we get into our third game here, I do want to discuss what our location is. Our current location, so long as I don't end up fucking strangling ChatGPT while I try to create it. As you can see, hopefully, can you tell I haven't created the images? As you can see, here we are at the WKRP Thanksgiving Turkey Drop. Now, there are some people, like you, or me, or Skip, and probably guys like Jacob and Brooks, they know what this is in reference to. But I'm sure to someone like Danny or Connor and even Alex, and I know this because I actually asked him about it, this goes right over their heads. So I'm just going to tell you this. WKRP was a sitcom in the late 70s, fucking hysterical, and this was their Thanksgiving episode, and it is considered a classic. Here's the setup, because you're not going to go track it down on YouTube. They're trying to do promotion for the station, so they're going to do a turkey drop. And what we discover is that they're dropping live turkeys. And what the owner of the station discovers in one of the funniest fucking lines I still have ever seen on TV is, "With God as my witness, I would have sworn turkeys could fly."
As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
Because what happens is those turkeys just plummet and hit the ground and cars, and it is chaos everywhere. And I'll even say this, you never actually see the turkeys hit the ground. You don't need to. It's fucking hilarious.
No, yeah. Preceding that scene is Les Nessman, the news reporter for WKRP. He's a man on the street, and he's kind of looking up, and you can. So it's his point of view. You're looking at him, and not his point of view. You're looking at him as he looks up at the sky, and he's like, "Oh, look, they've thrown something out, and oh, they're turkeys, and oh, for the oh God,
Oh, the humanity!" And it's just, I'm telling you again. I understand. And I was gonna get this out of the way. I was talking with Alex about it, and I told him, no, I understand entirely why he would have no fucking idea about this, because Scott, when you grew up and I grew up and people of our generation grew up, we usually grew up with like 4 channels, and they showed reruns all day. But as Alex was growing up and people of his generation and then even later, they had a million channels already, and they were all airing stuff directly aimed at them. So there was no reason for Alex or Connor to sit down and go, "Oh, you know what? I'm going to watch all of the Brady Bunch." No, they don't need to watch all the old shows. So that's why they've probably never seen WKRP. But any of you young whippersnappers want to complain about it or say that it's old, you're thoroughly invited to go fuck yourself. Because the WKRP Turkey Drop episode is probably a top 10 classic old episode of sitcoms from the 70s and 80s. Man, we're looking at a 45-minute show. Where are we? Oh, yeah. It's game 3. So anyway, now you understand who that man is with the glasses and why he looks terrified and why there will probably be dead turkeys on the ground if ChatGPT lets me do that. It might be too violent, motherfuckers.
Game number 3.
Scott, our third game was the Muppet Babies playing Double Trouble. The Muppet Babies win 107-77. Muppet Babies go to 7-5. And Double Trouble, well, they dropped to 5-7. And Double Trouble's the low man again. They would have lost even if they were at 100%. And the more important statistic I want to point out is that if you combine Double Trouble's scores from this week and last week, they still would have lost to Jacob in both of those weeks.
Yeah, and this is another example of the Muppet Babies not having much choice. I mean, they literally, like 7 players or something like that, got zeros on their bench or were on the bye, and the only person on their bench that had anything was their tight end. They left their Chicago tight end, Colston, got Loveland, on the bench, and the other guy that played it only got like 0.5. So he played what he had, but that was enough to beat Alex and Skip. So there you go. Alex and Skip did pick up their 3rd low man of the year. That was their 8th fine of the year. They've gotten 4 rewards. And Connor has only gotten 2 rewards all year long and 5 fines. He's barely playing this in this league, it seems like. But he also, like his dad, Brooks, he picked up the Hand It Off Already award when his quarterback, Brock Purdy, threw 3 interceptions. So they, father and son, both picked up the Hand It Off Already fine, actually, this week. So, sorry, Connor.
Well, now they have something to think about while they eat cranberry sauce together.
Hand it off already, son. Hand me that cranberry sauce.
Listen, I understand that fantasy teams have up years and they have down years. Double Trouble's name is on the trophy more than anybody, so you can't attack them in terms of their whole overall performance. But it's not their year this year. Okay, that's fine. I've lost to those motherfuckers twice. Why? I know I sound like Nancy Kerrigan here. Why? And I'm going to say this in defense of Nancy Kerrigan, by the way. I didn't mean to go off on a tangent, but apparently I want to do 40 minutes of editing. When Nancy Kerrigan got hit in the leg and she was going, why? And people made fun of her, what the fuck was she supposed to say? Oh, ouch, I guess this hurts. If somebody randomly came up to you and smacked you on the leg with a fucking billy club and possibly broke your kneecap, I think asking why would be like one of the most polite responses you can have. There you go. I just thought that I would go back to the 90s and defend the actions of Nancy Kerrigan.
If it was me, I would just say thank you. I don't have to be at school now for the next month and a half. Thank you.
Well, there you hear it, folks. If you're looking for a gift to get Scott for Christmas, just hire somebody to come cap his fucking knees.
Come on, Tanya. Bring it on. Bring it on, sweetie.
I'm sure we could find Tanya Harding. Yeah, all right. So I've lost to Double Trouble twice. That's not necessarily the biggest takeaway from this game, but clearly this entire episode is our episode that do whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah. Well, I think I beat them twice, so there you go.
And listen, I agree. The Muppet Babies, they're not participating. I mean, they don't have to. It is not mandatory in this league. But,
right.
Show your goddamn face. And, Connor, last week you were given a warning. I think you remember the warning. The warning was, it's going to get a little rougher from here on out if you don't do anything. And dropping the 4-second video of, I think that was MF Doom, that you dropped this Wednesday afternoon on the Facebook page. That's not going to cut it. So, Connor, as I said, everybody, if you've got family sitting there watching this with you, chase them out of the room. This is not PG-13. We're going to be entering some X-rated territory. Okay, it's not even X-rated. It's fucking corny-ass R-rated at best. But still, Connor, take your fucking Connor fact of the week like a man.
During the League of Thrones draft, Connor promised to provide a weekly personal fact about himself. Since he has failed to do this, we will provide one for him.
Not that long ago, Connor came home pretty late after a wild night out. His father, Brooks, happened to be there to greet him as he came through the door. Brooks noticed that Connor seemed a little disheveled and sweaty and glassy-eyed, so he asked Connor if everything was okay. Connor blushed a bit, and he hesitated to answer, but finally said, "Well, Dad, this is a little awkward, but tonight was my first blowjob." Brooks proudly patted him on the back and said that they should celebrate. Brooks pulled out a bottle, poured him each a shot, and raised his glass in a toast. To Connor's first blowjob, Brooks loudly toasted, and they both quickly downed their shots. Wordlessly, Connor gestured for his father to refill his shot glass. Brooks refilled the glass, and Connor drank it immediately. Connor then grabbed the bottle and quickly poured himself a third shot. After Connor tossed back his third shot, he was about to pour another when Brooks stopped him. Brooks told Connor that 3 shots of whiskey was probably enough. "Yeah," Connor answered, "you're right. If 3 shots don't get the taste out of my mouth by now, I don't think anything will."
And that's what you get when you don't respond to polite requests to tell us more about yourself, Connor. You get ancient jokes retold through AI. This week's Connor fact is being brought to you by Alex. That's right. Even though he got his ass thoroughly kicked this week, Alex wanted to take out an ad. So he brought his idea to Don Draper wannabe Andy, and Andy took Alex's great idea and crafted it into the commercial you're about to see. I do want to point out that Alex wanted Morgan Freeman to do the voiceover for this commercial, not me. Okay, Alex, I get it. You have no fucking respect for Samuel L. Jackson. I will remember that.
I'm Morgan Freeman, and I'm here to tell you about a very important resource that could be quite beneficial for you or someone you love. It's called BetterHelp for Philly fans, a hotline for distraught fans of the Philadelphia Eagles to call to help them deal with the heartbreak of painful losses. No longer will you have to make front-facing selfie videos crying about how your beloved Eagles let yet another victory fly away. Fly, Eagles, fly, indeed. So sad, our hotline is staffed with professionals specifically trained to help a dejected and broken Eagles fan get back on the right track. Instead of embarrassing yourself by letting your entire fantasy league see the tears streaming down your face, next time call us at BetterHelp for Philly fans. Our understanding and compassionate professionals are here to listen, comfort, and advise. In no time, you'll be back to feeling normal. Since the last thing the world needs is a bunch of Eagles fans moping around and crying all day, this service is provided free of charge. Now, I'm pretty sure this violates 1,000 different privacy rules and regulations, but let's listen in on a recent call.
I'm so glad you created this helpline, John, because ever since the Eagles choked away the game to the friggin' Cowboys, I've been so sad and miserable, I don't know what to do. I don't even feel like chucking 9-volt batteries at anybody or eating a horse's road apple from a parade. That John can't be right. I was going to go down to the Wawa and get a water ice and a hoagie wit, but I've been so drawling that you guys can't even understand. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Godfather, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
You can act like a man! What's the matter with you? Is this how you
Respond to the Eagles losing?
knock you out that cries like a woman? What can I do? What can I do?
So remember that help is just a simple phone call or text away. We're here because we care, well, and also because we're secretly laughing at you behind your backs when you call in. You broken-hearted Eagles fans are fucking hilarious.
Game number 4.
Our fourth game this week on the Throne Zone 2025 is Danny's Gainesvillians over the CMK 95%, 147 to 105. CMK was already at 100%, and Danny could have had up to 160 points, which would have put him close for high man, but it still wouldn't have been enough. CMK, they've got an empty bench slot, but I don't think they know. I don't think they care. And I think the thing that stood out to me the most from this game was Danny getting 40 from Seattle's Jackson Smith Najigba. Not gonna be working here very long. Thank you. An Office Space joke.
First, Mr. Samir not gonna work here anymore anyway.
And I know if you're a fan of Seattle, that probably had to hurt and feel good at the same time.
Yeah, that guy's their number one receiver. It's like 40 points on the game. Pretty impressive. Actually, Danny, his stats are 6 rewards with 8 fines. So, you know, he's kind of in the mid to the low end as well. He's got more fines than he's got rewards. He needs to pick it up. But Tony over there, he got the bad call Bubba for Marvin Harrison Jr. getting 0 points. But he didn't get penalized, really, I mean, other than that fine, but because all his other wide receivers also got 0 points on the bench. Keenan Allen's on a bye, Debo was on a bye, Troy Franklin was on a bye. So he didn't have anybody to replace him with except for just putting in Marvin Harrison, who got hurt. And he picked up the 0 and for him. And he's only gotten 4 rewards this year, Tony, and then 5 fines. So he's actually less participatory than Danny was this year. So pick it up over there, Mr. CMK 95%ers.
Yeah.
Although you know, 100% is kind of an illusion, I guess, of the manager efficiency rating.
I'm starting to wonder if he has left that empty bench slot just because it then keeps him at like 95%. I don't know.
Oh, very nice. Very nicely done, sir.
Thank you.
I see what you did there.
I spent weeks crafting that.
Well, I'm thankful for that joke.
All right, Danny, I got. Well, clearly, as you've seen, we've talked about you, and I've got more on you in a little bit.
He's trying to make a run for the playoffs, so good for him.
They're looking good. Whatever. All right.
6-6. He's halfway there, right?
Look, I don't know. I'm just in my head already thinking, oh my God, I've got so much editing to do, and which is fine. Nobody makes me do this, but I don't have much more to say about that game. And I do want to get into our fifth game. So Scott, if you're ready to take the painful beating, I think we're going to get into game number 5.
Yeah.
Game number 5.
Scott, I'm here to talk about our fifth game. Barstow Bats over the Walt Disney Imp Daddies, 133 to 128. Barstow, they go to 8-4. Well, Scott, you dropped to 3-9. And you know what? You really shouldn't be there because you would have won if you were at 100%.
Yeah.
But not if both of you were at 100%. But more importantly, there were 4 other teams in our league that you would have beat. And I know that you face that just about every week. I know that you probably are quite aware of what your record could be as opposed to what it is. And I'm just here to commiserate with you because it serves no purpose to make fun of you.
Yeah, I really should. I should have like 6 or 7 wins at this point. But I don't. I have 3. I looked it up too. I am the only team that has officially been eliminated from the playoffs in our league. So that loss officially eliminated with 3 weeks left to play. Even 4-8 team, was it Brooks? Somebody's got 4-8, and a 5 team I think is Double Trouble. So they still technically could make it with some. I did the math on there, and they could still make it, but I cannot. I am officially eliminated. So now I'm just looking for keepers and good times and all these things that come along with being at the bottom. Actually, I'm going to try not to end at bottom. I'm going to try to beat one of these other 2 Yahoos in front of me. So I've never finished last, and I would not like to do that this year.
Well, Scott, as somebody who's hoping to sneak into the playoffs, I don't even know what my chances are, whatever. I would love it if you could play the spoiler, because I know you've got a couple games coming up against other teams that are looking to head towards the playoffs. So go out there and ruin their fucking Sundays.
Well, I'll tell you this about both me and Kelly. We were both playing around, and we got a lot of rewards. I've gotten 13 rewards this year, and Kelly's got 15, which ties in with Jacob. And actually, better than Jacob, he's only gotten 2 fines. He's got the least number of fines out of anybody. So Kelly's efficiency on that is really well. So I've gotten 8 fines, but 13 rewards is like the 3rd highest or 2nd highest, whatever. Well, there's 2 of them tied, so I guess technically 3rd. But so I feel pretty good in terms of making the effort. It's just results have been low, and I like my team. So I look at my team and I go, I like this team, and they suck so bad. I'm 3-9. It's like my Bengals, man. I like this team, but they suck. So what are you gonna do?
No, I think you might be cursed just like your Bengals, because you and I made a trade this week. Rome Odunze from my Chicago Bears coming my way, and I sent you T. Higgins. And Jesus Christ, I felt guilty when he got hurt, but that's neither here nor there.
Well, he also put out his 3rd lowest number. He's supposed to go off this week. I could have beaten Kelly, but he didn't go off and got hurt instead. So I've already made accommodations. He'll be sitting the bench come Thursday. We play Thanksgiving, by the way. We're the night game. So awesome.
Well, go get him. And I know Kelly is sitting around waiting for us to mention that he is tied for first. He is. You're tied for first place, Kelly. And, we'll just see where you end up. I don't know. Here's a little humble pie to go with your Thanksgiving turkey.
He's actually in first because he has more points than Jacob. So, in a way, he actually is first place by himself.
Well, there you go, Kelly. You're in first place at Thanksgiving. A couple more weeks to go. You may not be locked into the playoffs, but you'll likely make it. And then let's see how you shit the bed in the playoffs. That's right. I'm talking trash now. I'm talking trash early, because if you don't like it, start your own fucking show.
Well, I'll also say this, too, that I told you that I'm the only one eliminated. Well, no one secured their spot yet in the playoffs. So Kelly and Jacob, who are both 8-4, could both miss the playoffs. You guys, you and Muppet Babies and Maharaja, who all have 7 wins, you guys could also, any of you could miss the playoffs. And anybody that got 5 or 6, there's a couple people with 5, like Tony has 5 and Double Trouble has 5 and Gainesville has 6. They could all make it. Even Electric Man with 4 could make it in. So it really is anybody's game at this point. And there's some key matchups too, because some of these teams play each other too. So these last 3 weeks, as much as we complain about the schedule, it's actually been pretty exciting coming down to the end here.
That's right. If you were going to stop watching the Fantasy Football League stuff because you thought it was over, why, it's just getting started. NBC.
For some of you.
I don't know.
I will cheer from the sidelines. Hey, go, guys. Hooray, I'm for the other team.
Scott, I would love to have you as a cheerleader.
I know.
All right, that's enough on game number 5. Scott, it's probably time for you and I to take a look ahead.
Yo, it's a look ahead to all the action for next week.
All right, Scott, let's take a quick look ahead at the schedule next week. We got some pretty good games here. We got the Bad Guys at 8-4 and the Muppet Babies at 7-5. Barstow taking their 8-4 record against Double Trouble, 5-7. Double Trouble, it's time to stand up. Stand up for yourselves. The Maharaja, red hot. He's going up against you, Scott. Scott, this is what I was talking about. This is where you can be a spoiler. Let's see, CMK.
Well, I ain't never scared. That's what I gotta say.
That's right, you ain't never scared. CMK taking their 5-7 record to the Electric Mayhem, who are 4-8. That looks like a great game. And I'm just kidding.
It might be the elimination game for one of them.
It might be. And then we've got Danny's Gainesvilleans at 6-6 taking on the San Dimas Wild Stallions at 7-5. And Danny, I just want to say something right now. I know that last week or 2 weeks ago or whatever it was, I talked about the Bears-Eagles alliance because the Bears were beating all the teams in your division and the Eagles were beating all the team in the Bears division. And wasn't it great? And let's shake hands and all that. Well, fuck that noise. The alliance is over, and it is time for the Chicago Bears to show the Philadelphia Eagles who's the fucking boss. That's right, the team that most people said wouldn't even make the playoffs are taking on last year's Super Bowl champions. And we're probably going to get crushed. But until that moment, Danny, until that moment, I want to be in your head. I want you to be afraid. Let those tears stream down your face. You know what? I think I would have been a pretty good professional wrestler. I could have cut a good promo. Ooh, Danny, when you step into the octagon. All I'm saying, Danny, Bears, Eagles, Black Friday, 2 guys sitting around stoned as shit watching a game that no team probably deserves to win. That's my game of the week.
I am not going to lie. I faded off a bit.
No, that's okay. I figured you'd fall asleep there, Scott. It did get kind of long, and you are kind of drunk.
A little bit.
So, a little bit. Just a little bit. All right, well, Scott, tell you what, before we wrap up the show, is there anything particular that you're thankful for this Thanksgiving?
You know what? I am thankful to be in my apartment with my kilt lifters and being able to sit here in my chair and, live my life the way I want to live it. So I am thankful for that. And I am thankful that you do all this hard work of editing images and the sound work for our podcast, because I think the Throne Zone is something the league has really enjoyed. So I just come on and give you my stats and that kind of stuff, but you do the hard work, and so I am thankful for that.
Well, I genuinely appreciate the compliment, and there have been other compliments, and I do truly appreciate those, but I will say that the thing I'm thankful for is that there's only a few more weeks of this, because holy fuck, did I bite off more than I could chew, but there's no way I'm not going to follow through on it. I mean, each one of these episodes basically is an entire day for me. And again, nobody's making me do it, and I could go the easier route and basically have 4 images to put on a podcast, but I get ideas, and they always turn out to be at least moderately amusing. So,
well, we got two more weeks of the season to do that, and then 2 more weeks of the playoffs. I mean, I guess 3 weeks if we're doing the wrap up. So I guess it's 3 and 2, so 5 weeks, and I think we're done.
Yep, and then I will no longer have to try to come up with unique ideas for things, because I think I was telling you this before we started recording. There's a lot of TV shows that have Thanksgiving episodes, but none of them stand out particularly, at least visually. Like, Friends did, 50 different Thanksgiving episodes, but, aside from somebody wearing a turkey on their head, there's not anything real perfectly apeable, perfectly imitatable that I could do with these ChatGPT images. Nothing. I mean, you got your Charlie Brown. Okay, that was an easy one, right? Same thing with the Thanksgiving Day Parade. But what else? Oh, planes, trains, and automobiles. How the fuck are we going to do that? No. Scott, let me tell you something. You know what I'm thankful for? I'm thankful that I have a place that I can come bitch and moan about things, and people will listen for a minute or two before they turn the fucking episode off.
Yeah, well, this is what we'll do in the off season. Then we'll just do a weekly Inside the Throne Zone, just to make your life hell.
No. Well, you know what? Maybe I'm sure somewhere around March I'll be sitting there going, God damn it, I miss spending all day creating images and doing all that. But maybe we will do a commentary track on some of the worst ChatGPT mistakes.
Oh,
but that's neither here. That's later. That's somewhere around March when people are sitting around going, God damn it, why can't I get that Throne Zone song out of my head? Oh man, I want to infect you all like a mind virus.
Hey, now before we leave, Andy, I just want to update our a couple of other pools that we have here, and I'll make it really quick because the wins pools kind of come down to a battle between you and Justin. So you're at 44 wins and he's at 40. And then there's people in the 30s behind you guys, but so far you guys have been pretty steady there in the wins league. And the no playoff leagues, it still seems that the five of us are going to split. All our teams that we've picked are not going to make the playoffs. So Andy, Scott, Alex, Brooks, and Skip, we're all in a 5-way tie in the no playoffs. Now, there are some people that could join us, but here's who they have to fear. Jacob is Indianapolis. Kelly is Chicago. Justin has Indianapolis and Carolina, worried about them. Danny is Indianapolis. Connor is New England. And Tony is Carolina. So if any of those teams make the playoffs, those guys will be out. And the final one is the pari-mutuel. There's a bunch of different ones to win the pari-mutuel, but these are the teams that if this team wins the Super Bowl, they'll win it by themselves or with a partner. So if Seattle wins, Tony would take it. Denver wins, Alex would take it. Chicago, we all know who that would be, Mr. Lurie.
Oh, yeah.
Would take the cash. The Rams would be Kelly. Now Tampa Bay, it would be Kelly and Alex. Green Bay would be Alex and Skip. And the last one is a two-person would be San Francisco. And if San Francisco wins, Andy, me and you share the loot.
Well, I'm mostly listening to this information kind of amazed that I spent any fucking money on a future for the Bears. And again, this is a first-place Chicago Bears team, but I know that we're a mirage.
Yeah, you're the only one. You might win some big cash, not just in this league. You could win the pari-mutuel as well, all to yourself.
All right. Well, remember, I'm just here for the gambling. So go ahead. Kick my ass like a man every time we play fantasy, so long as I can keep winning at gambling.
You're thankful for the gambling.
I'm so thankful for the gambling. Well, I'm thankful that I'm a good gambler. Anyway, Scott, all right, I am going to legitimately try to wrap the show up here. Everybody,
let's do it.
I'm glad that you guys listen. I know that Scott and I get really self-indulgent. We fucking ramble, but I hope it's remotely entertaining. And I know everybody's basically here just to hear what we say about your team or about you. And so let me just say that I'm thankful for all, well, not really. I'm not thankful for all of you, but most of you. And, well, not even really thankful, I would say. I'm just kind of, I acknowledge your existence and your right to participate.
I'm thankful for none of you layabouts. Come on, what's going on out there? Someone step up. This is too close a race for everyone. You got 8-8, 7-7 and wins. Come on, somebody step to the front. Andy, pull away. Barstow, pull away. Somebody claim this title.
Every fucking week, before we record and even right at the beginning, I'm like, all right, let's try to make this a quick, tight fucking show. And I have a good feeling that we might be looking at our longest show ever. So
hey, this is Thanksgiving, man. We're full of stuffing. We're stuffing the show. See what I'm doing there?
Look at that.
We're stuffing. It's a Thanksgiving-sized show.
Well, that's great. We have a cornucopia of material.
I like it. I like that we mashed potatoes these all together.
Okay. I'm pulling the plug. I'm pulling the plug or this will
all
never
right.
end. Pull the plug.
Pull it.
Pull the plug.
The Throne Zone 2025.